So Sooner safety Ty DeArman entered the transfer portal, and we have to talk about it after the bumper.
Don't be cornering me. Hold up. Time. You gotta help me with that corner
What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I'm not on a step mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. It's always college football related, sports related. We have a good time. And today, we need to talk about Ty DeArman hitting the transfer portal. Now, look, I loved Ty DeArman and I loved his game. It's a kiddo that could go both ways. He was the number 54 athlete in the country in the 2019 class, and I was excited about Lincoln Riley being able to get him at the last minute of early signing day. Now, he was already committed to Arizona State and going to go play some safety for Herm Edwards. I pinned him as a kid that was going to play that Pat Tillman position in their defense. Ends up coming to Oklahoma, and then he doesn't see any game action whatsoever, which is not uncommon among freshmen, especially when they're redshirting. But my goodness, when Alex Grinch is saying, I want to play as many players as possible, and you don't see him play, and then you don't see rotation regularly at safety, what are we doing here? I mean, Jamal Morris didn't get a lot of run. Jeremiah Cradell didn't get a lot of run. We all saw Woody Washington get thrown into the LSU game and then more or less get exposed. So I'm thinking to myself, where's Ty DeArman? Now, there's other factors involved here, right? But I wanted to see that kid develop, and I get that he was probably recruited just to fill out the class, but I want to see him get a shot because anytime I can get the son of a high school football head coach to come and play a critical position for me, whether it be safety or quarterback, I'm going to go get him. Now, this also speaks to a problem with Oklahoma's defensive backs because I'm going to give you a list, right? Like Eminem. Here's the order of my list that it's in. It goes Reggie, Jay-Z, Tupac, and Biggie, Andre from Outkast, Janet Corrupt, Nas, and Demi. Now, look, these are the defensive backs that Oklahoma has seen pan out over the last 4 years, right? Going back to 2016. Delarian Turner-Yell broke his collarbone. Patrick Fields was the only dude you could depend on all year to play safety and had bust and was exposed from time to time. Brendan Buki Radley-Hiles, which is a lightning rod for criticism, but the dude is out there like Bob Sanders throwing his body at anything moving and doing his damnness to play the toughest position in Alex Grinch's defense, which is safety nickel. And I think if you put him in the same category as Pat Fields, you wouldn't be talking about him as the lightning rod that you are. You'd see he's a class individual, a class human being, and he's got the entire state of California pulling for him. You want 44 to do well. Trey Brown, panned out, really good kiddo. Also, Tulsa kiddo. Also, Oklahoma native. And I'm going to get into that just a second. Trey Norwood, coming out of Arkansas, and man, he actually turned out to be better than I thought he would be. And I know that they were probably going to depend on him to play corner and or safety, maybe even nickel this year before blowing out his ACL. He'll be back next year. And then Parnell Motley, who was up and down but finished strong throughout his senior season. He's invited to the East-West Shrine game. I hope that that dude gets drafted, has an opportunity to play at the next level. Now, here are the guys that haven't panned out. Jordan Parker, remember him, right? Wanted to see Jordan do well. He's battled through injuries. He's played corner. He's played safety. Nothing has seemed to just make him the spot. Parrish Cobb, talk about your all-time duds. Chance Sylvie, blew his Achilles out last year, was off and on this year, doesn't know if he's playing nickel or safety. It just wasn't panning out for Alex Grinch. Justin Brills moved from corner to safety, back to corner, back to safety. This was a number one in-state player, right? Justin Brills was just that dude. And I think if he was playing more corner than safety, it'd have gone better. But you threw him into this game against LSU, and Justin Jefferson ate him for lunch. It was not pretty. 14 catches for over 200 yards for the LSU receiver in a historic beatdown for LSU in the Peach Bowl. Miguel Edwards, nope, he's in the portal. He was gone. Dude that a couple of springs ago, we all saw him make a pick, thought he was going to make the leap. Not so. Robert Barnes, MIA this year, has been MIA since Josh Jacobs trucked him in the Orange Bowl last year. Perhaps we'll get some run out of him next year, but that dude was big. All kinds of large coming out of high school, had all of the size. Thought he was going to play some outside linebacker. He's got so big. I thought he'd be doing what Ryan Jones is doing now. No, playing safety. We think. Starlin Baldwin never really got an opportunity to shine at Oklahoma, battled through injuries, didn't fit into what Alex Grinch, Roy Manning were doing back there at defensive back. And now, yes, this 2020 class, it feels pretty good defensively, especially defensive back. Bryson Washington, Kendall Dennis, Josh Eaton, Justin Harrington. You feel good about all of these dudes. But I'm going to say it. And if you've said it, you're right. Oklahoma can't afford to let Dax and Justice Hill escape Norman. You can't afford to let Savion Morrison escape to Nebraska and let Jace McClellan leave you in the lurch, right? That's a Tulsa kiddo. Look, if you're looking at me and saying J.J. Hester should be at Oklahoma, yes, he should. And if you got to battle with Missouri, then you got to battle with Missouri. Miles Slusher, Oklahoma. I think the comp is Ed Reed, and I'll bet he proves me right when he's over there at Arkansas, okay? Yes, I am partial to in-state kiddos. I'm not just partial to them because they are of this state, which means they are of me. I'm partial to them because they understand, right? And the backbone of every great Oklahoma team has had Oklahoma kiddos leading the charge, going back to Rocky Calamus in them, right? Going back to Dan Cody in them, okay? Every one of these teams that has been really great has had Oklahoma kids at the center of it, holding it together. It's what we hoped Levi Draper would be. Going to be interesting to see what happens with him next year, especially with Kenneth Murray Jr. still not making a decision about whether or not he's going to return or enter the draft early. I wanted Ty DeArman to be into this fold because he understood what it was to be at Oklahoma. He grew up watching Oklahoma. He wanted to come to Oklahoma. He wanted to make it work, and it hasn't. And I think the portal is built for these sorts of situations where if you're not going to be able to play and you got your redshirt year and you can go somewhere else and perhaps maybe get eligible, maybe not, maybe have to sit out the year, do that. Because if Ty DeArman goes to TU and Rex, I'm with it. Goes to North Texas and Rex, I'm with it. SMU, Rex, and with it. I'm okay with it, all right? I want Ty to be happy, and I know that the kid can play. And I don't know why it didn't work out at Oklahoma, but this is just another example of what I'm talking about. You need great defensive back play, and you need great Oklahoma products to help you. The fact that Josh Proctor's at Ohio State, huh? What? He's from Owasso. He's from down the road from me. Like, you know, I thought Brian Odom coming in is going to help with this, right? Because he's of the state. He understands. Same thing with Cale Gundy, right? Been here for umpteen years. Might be past time for Cale Gundy to be holding a laminated napkin calling plays, but we'll leave that for another upload. I just did want to get this comment out there because I know some people feel some kind of way about it, but I don't want Oklahomans to get embarrassed on national stage anymore. Forget fandom, right? Forget who you pull for or who you don't pull for. When Oklahoma's playing against LSU, Alabama, Georgia, and it's getting run, it reflects on the state. I don't care if you graduated from TU, and I did. If you attended Oklahoma State, and I did. If you graduated from Oklahoma, and I did. It matters, right? Because when you leave the state, people know Sooner football, right? That's no shade to the Pokes. That's no shade to the Golden Hurricane. It's just what it is. And we all benefit from that team doing well. Just as the Big 12 Conference benefits when the Big 12 does well. Right now, we're staring at 1-4 in bowl games. I'm tired of defending this Podunk Conference, man. Carry your weight. Pull. You know, I mean, we talk about Oklahoma losing to LSU. Let's talk about Oklahoma State losing to Texas A&M. Let's talk about Kansas State losing to Navy. Let's talk about Iowa State getting beat to hell by Notre Dame. Okay? It's Oklahoma's conference, but it's only as good as the other 9 teams, and that's always going to be true as long as this conference is together. All right, that's it for me. Deuces.